Every legend has something small about them that makes them unique in the game of Apex, and that small bit of uniqueness makes them want to be picked up by players because either they enjoy it or it gives them an edge in fights. But what if Respawn added an item to ground loot that kind of took away some of that uniqueness and gave it to almost everyone in the game if they wanted it? Well, hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8 Second Gaming, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about one of the new items that was leaked that's supposedly coming to the game soon. These are the shield capacitors. Now on the surface to people these may not seem like a lot, but they do kind of have potential to be game breaking. So if you want to stay ahead of the curve and learn to use these like pros as soon as they drop, you need to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there we have top level coaches creating highly educational guides in order to improve your Apex skills in very specific areas. We have legend guides, VOD reviews, psychology guides, and tons more. So if you want to start really dialing in your Apex skills, click the link in the description, get yourself a membership, or I'll show you crush your search history. Don't tempt me. But now let's dive back into things, and why would I think that this is the end for Wattson? That sounds kind of doomsday-y. Well, there was an image leak that shows an item called a medium shield capacitor. The description that goes along with this explains that this device heals a medium amount of shields, and it also has a 60-second cooldown. Now, everyone that's been talking about this is saying that it will be a survival item like a heat shield or mobile respawn beacon. So if it's that, it means it is the first of its kind that has a cooldown, meaning you can use it multiple times. Now, do keep in mind that we aren't 100% sure how these will actually function when they come into the game. This is speculation based on multiple sources and how other in-game items have functioned. So these are subject to change as Respawn ultimately has final say on what actually enters the game and what doesn't. But the way that these look like, it's that they heal shields in a certain radius on use. And if you're like me, your first thought was, hey, don't we already have a legend that can heal shields in a radius? And why, yes we do. This survival item makes absolutely no sense to me, because if they do add it in, Wattson loses a huge part of her kit's design and makes her kind of a redundant pick. And even with the recent buffs and changes she has received, she still only really has a pick rate of 2.5% in the game. And if they add that item in, how far will it actually drop? Now with the shield capacitor, some people have been saying that these will charge shields instantly, but I'm not sure if that's going to be true. Being able to instantly charge shields is a bit overpowered, and I think that Respawn is aware of that. That ability can turn the tides of fights way too quickly and can cause a huge shift in meta and potentially ruin player retention. So this is probably going to recharge your shields over periods of time. And going off the logo on the item, it does seem like it will have a radius and can charge both you and your team's shields. Now I am going to speculate just a little bit here, but all the other items that heal you in the game have maximum limits to what they can heal, so I'm guessing this will also have a maximum limit as well. So it just won't fully charge everyone, there will be a limit on it. The 60-second cooldown is also very interesting to me, as this means players can't throw these down and stack them off of one person. They may potentially be able to stack the healing if 2 players or even all 3 throw one down at the same time, but that would have to be tested in game and we don't have that capability just yet. Now there isn't a whole lot of information on these, but I personally don't think that these would be a healthy addition to the game. Like I said, Wattson would be losing a huge part of her kit, but they'd also be adding a survival item that's unlike the others. None of the survival items heal. They provide breaks from storm or the ability to res your teammates on the fly, but those aren't health or taking away from any other Legends kits. So me personally, I'm hoping we don't see this variation come into the game. I am open to some other changes, but I'm hoping Respawn is reworking them into something that will come out over time and not take away from the current Legends. With that being said though, Wattson's ult would still have the function of intercepting grenades and ordnance that these survival items don't. She would still have some effectiveness, but most team comps in the current meta don't have a Wattson to intercept grenades and get away perfectly fine with it. So having her ability to heal shields on team comps that don't use Wattson seem a little bit overpowered to me. It seems like it would just shake up the meta way too much. I'm not 100% sure what Respawn could change about these to make them a viable, balanced item in the game. But who knows, maybe they have something big planned for Watson, like a full kit rework in order to not double up on abilities, and they're changing her healing into this item. But what do you guys think? Do you think it would be a healthy addition to the game to add these, or what changes would you make to them to make them a viable survival item? Drop a comment down below, I'd love to see what people have to say about these. And maybe you might just agree with somebody else and we actually see a viable change in the comments. And while you're scrolling past, don't forget to drop a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button to stay up to date with even more Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news. As even more news about the shield capacitors comes out, we will be making new videos to keep you guys updated. So thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming, and I will see you in the next one.